Oh man. Okay. What's going on, you guys? So I just got done watching the final episode of Attack on Titan. This was the special, the second special, um, final chapters of Attack on Titan. So it's effectively, the last episode is about roughly an hour and 24 minutes. Um, it basically is kind of like 3 or 4 episodes all in one. But made to kind of be like in a movie format. Kind of technically the same thing happened with the other one, which is special one. Um, how do I phrase this? I'm gonna say this. That was phenomenal. That was that was raw, intense, amazing. It was worth the wait, honestly, for me. It's kind of like even when I think back to like like the movie Akira. Akira wasn't one of those movies. It's like, oh wow, the ending was just so great. It was the story and how raw, how rich the reality of it was. Um, and if I go from episode one to this as a whole, effectively, I can say that Attack on Titan is the best anime series that I have ever seen. This was phenomenal. I mean, from the stakes being higher than I ever could have imagined. At any point, anybody could have died. The verbiage and the dialogue between the characters of like what was really happening, what we've been pondering, what we've been kind of like trying to gauge, so to speak, of like what was Aaron really doing? What was Ymir's role in this? What was Mikasa's role in this? Would this even have a happy ending? Is it possible to have a happy ending, right? And again, this is my non-spoiler review of this, but you saw the devastation in special one. Like a good amount of the population is gone already, right? So going to this one, you know all that, but the stakes are so high because the truth of the matter is they're trying to stop the eradication of all human life of um outside of the island. And with the animation, man, like the fights were so gripping and amazing. Um, they did things that I've never seen like done before, even in Attack on Titan, which is like for a finale, you want that. You want to see something you've never seen before, right? When it comes to um the story, even like the moment that Armin and Aaron have a conversation at the end of this, right? Um, that was hard to listen to. That was rough, but at the same that time, it was so real, so raw. The best comparison I can make is think to Ahsoka episode, the second to the last episode, 2 episodes maybe before that, where Ahsoka's talking to her master. You know what I'm saying? Um, like raw conversation about what is versus what was versus why. Um, and I think every single character got a moment of that. Um, like the full dependency and the connection that these people have had to make now. It's kind of like it's insane. I want to spoil more, but I'm not gonna go do that. I'm gonna have a spoiler discussion with my friends. Um, the score was freaking amazing. Um, even down to how they handled the epilogue, right? Like the end credits, stay till that. Like that was freaking intense and raw and real. And I think this is the thing. I don't believe that a narrative is supposed to be necessarily something that you like or love. What I mean by that is like I think you can love the ride. I think you can truly like every single moment that kind of happens in between. But like it doesn't have to feel comfortable. It doesn't have to feel like something like oh wow, like this is how exactly I wanted. Because I think that the thing that makes this show so good is this essence of hope and anticipation of what could be. Like if we go back to like the first season, like Aaron's like, I'm gonna eradicate all Titans. You know what I'm saying? Like by any means necessary. To, what we've seen in this season is that Aaron is like, I need to eradicate everything. So it's like one thing becomes another to another thing comes like how far is too much. The voice acting was freaking phenomenal. I can't wait how they dub this. It's probably gonna take me a good 3 or 4 months. But this by far was everything I could have hoped. This was an amazing finale. This was grand. This was intense. This was emotional. And they answered all the questions. Like it was, I mean, well, I still have one question with one character. Um, but outside of that, like I never could have guessed how this was gonna end. I couldn't have. I think that there were some things that I was like, maybe I saw like one picture of somebody doing something. But that was the only spoiler I think I maybe. But even with that, it still wasn't enough to get me to understand what the actual ending was gonna be. Um, but yeah, this was crazy. This was so freaking crazy. I'm gonna need more time to process, but right now this is a 10. Like this was phenomenal. Because the thing about it is that the characters that we've been dealing with from episode one to now have been traumatized. They are not mentally stable. Some of them are dealing with identity crisis. Some of them are dealing with like actual sociopathic tendencies. Some of them are dealing with like dissociative disorders. Um, like literally, these kids' lives were taken from them, and their psychology and their methodology of how they process everything is always going to be off. But the way that they handle it with this was freaking amazing. I am so happy how that all went down. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys that are on Twitch and checked out as I was watching everything and transpiring. But definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing more of a complete like spoiler discussion on this craziness that went down. I am surprisingly and utterly happy how this went and where it went to. And again, like there's so much to talk about. Like there's not enough for me to give to even if I wanted to try to spoil it. So I'm gonna leave you with just this one little picture, and I appreciate you guys. 10 out of 10 from me. Go and check it out. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, people.